Well, welcome back to Envoy Medical's channel, helping people regain hearing health, independence, and a sense of adventure with one-of-a-kind, fully implantable devices. With a recent public offering, raising up to 78 million here to break this down and why this is so impactful for the company. Today, we have Brent Lucas, the CEO, joining as always. Welcome back, sir.
Thank you. Great day to be here.
Yeah, great day to have you back on. So I guess just before we dive too deeply into kind of the nooks and crannies of this press release here, maybe break down the structure of the $78 million and kind of how you're receiving it.
Yeah, absolutely. So we've done a follow-on offering for up to $78 million coming into the company in cash. The way the deal is structured is that the financing is structured. There will be 30 million upfront, so we'll get that immediately upon closing, and then there are milestone warrants tied to some very good inflection points that we have in the future. The first one being PMA submission of our FDA, seeking FDA approval from the agency, and then the second milestone will be getting hopefully that FDA approval. So getting the 30 million upfront now, and then hitting that milestone hopefully in the middle of next year, 2027, and then getting FDA approval hopefully by the end of 27, maybe beginning of 28. If we're able to bring all that capital in, those extra warrants are exercised. I mean, this is a fundraise that could take us all the way through 2029, which hopefully would be the first year or two of commercialization. So it's just really a great transformational fundraise for us that's allowed us not only to have at least a year and a half of capital in the bank account today, but also gives us line of sight to how we can be fully funded through the end of the trial and into commercialization.
Yeah, and this must be a big signal of confidence coming from the investors out there. Do you want to speak to maybe some of the investors you brought on board for this?
Yes, very excited to now be working with some top tier healthcare funds that folks will recognize. This round was led by a healthcare fund called Nantahala out of Connecticut. They have a 20, 30-year track record of investing in small, mid-cap companies. Very excited to have them leading the round. And then we were also able to get Mr. Glen Taylor back in for a good portion of this round as well, who is our largest shareholder and has been an anchor investor of the company for many years. So investors should feel good that there are some very big names behind this, and the credibility of the investment and Envoy Medical's ability to hopefully execute is self-evident now.
Yeah, and this seems like a pivotal year for you guys. And why should investors be paying attention now to the stock?
Well, I think, like I've been saying, we continue to execute on our milestones and we continue to move along in a very productive manner. And now we have the capital to make sure we not only get through our trial, but we get through the application process and potentially even all the way through commercialization. So I think investors in small microcap companies sometimes look at it and say, boy, I don't know what kind of financing they're going to have ahead of them. Well, this should answer that question. Now we have the capital we need and line of sight to additional capital, and investors can really feel comfortable with that. We also have some enrollment milestones that should be upcoming with the pivotal clinical study. So let's not lose sight of we're in a very, very exciting trial with a pivotal clinical trial for our breakthrough device, which is the fully implanted cochlear implant we call the Acclaim. And we are about 3/4 of the way through enrollment. We'll be announcing hopefully by the end of March that we've completed enrollment, and it's really just continuing to execute for us. So I think it's a great time to jump on the train. I still think we're an undervalued company. So if people are willing to be sticky and stay around for a year or two, they're going to have some really great opportunities here.
On that, as always, we'll pass it off to the viewers. We'd love to know what you think, but definitely consider subscribing because this story continues to get more interesting and evolve. We're going to bring it to you here, of course. And again, we'd love to know what you think in the comment section. But on that, we look forward to catching you in the next one.